They do it every day, sometimes several times a day. But for just as many people, prayer is foreign, daunting, even frightening. Many people then just don't pray. I'm not talking about agnostics or atheists. They don't pray for an obvious reason. They either doubt or don't believe in God's existence. I'm talking about believers who don't pray. So why don't some believers pray? Let's consider a few reasons. 10 reasons believers don't pray. Number 1, they weren't taught. Many people were never taught how to pray, not by their families, by teachers at school, or by leaders in their church. Consequently, prayer was never part of their world. So naturally, they don't do it. It's like not knowing how to swim because A, you've never had lessons, B, you didn't grow up near a pool or a body of water, and C, you don't know anyone who swims. You don't know how to swim not only because you've never learned, but also because the entire notion of doing it is foreign. Likewise, if you grow up in a prayer-free environment, it's not surprising that you wouldn't know much about prayer. 2, they consider prayer something reserved for holy people, not them. Oh, I can't pray, people sometimes tell me. I'm no Mother Teresa. Ironically, Mother Teresa struggled with prayer, but you get the point. Perhaps they've read or heard stories about devout people who turn to God in prayer during difficult times, and they think, that must be nice, but I could never do that because I'm not that religious. It's a reluctance based on a degree of humility, a degree of embarrassment, even a degree of shame. Judging themselves not holy means that they shy away from prayer. But if absolute holiness were a prerequisite for prayer, there would be few who would or could try it. William A. Barry, a Jesuit priest and the author of many books on prayer, writes in A Friendship Like No Other that the biggest obstacle to prayer is the belief that the relationship with God depends on us, or on how good or significant we are. But God's love does not rely on us and what we do. God's offer of friendship does not depend on our significance, but solely on God's desire for us. 3, they've been told they're praying wrong. A man in his 20s once told me with immense sadness that he could never become a priest because a priest he consulted had told him he was praying the wrong way. But I love praying this way, he said. Happily, my friend eventually recognized that there is no right way to pray, and a few years later he entered the seminary. Many report similar experiences. They are told they're praying wrong, but have no one to tell them that there is no wrong way to pray or to encourage them to continue trying. Often they just stop. Who can blame them? Or they believe that their prayers have to be lofty and follow certain formulas. People may want to pray, but feel that their way of prayer, whatever it is wrong. The German theologian Karl Rahner, S.J., writes, this difficulty may lead serious and thoughtful people to pray infrequently. 4, they're turned off by religion and are therefore turned off by prayer. Many people find religion, or a particular church or denomination, distasteful. And because prayer is assumed to be bound up with religion, it too is dismissed. And often when people are raised in a tradition that they later break with, prayer is jettisoned as well. It's no surprise that if people associate prayer with a religious tradition they find boring, stultifying, narrow-minded, misogynistic, racist, homophobic, or abusive, then the impetus to prayer is diminished. Why would they want to engage in a practice associated with an unsavory organization? So they don't pray. Or perhaps they are, more basically, turned off by God, or by the image of a God that they have determined for themselves. Who can pray to a God who allows evil to flourish in the world, who allows